What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak. Last time we made the semi-long trip to the Basel Institute of Science. Van and the others are checking in at their hotel, whereas Agnes just finished checking into hers, as well as meeting Quatre. Quatre, however you want to say it, Quatre, is going to take Agnes over to where Van and the others are. He doesn't know that that's where she just is trying to get to that district, so he's gonna lead her over there. And then I guess our activities here at the Institute of Science will finally begin. You don't see aerotrams much across the continent, do you? I'd call them a must where Basel is located. Newtown, the artisanal district, the Institute of Science, it travels along a loop that helps consistently deliver parts wherever needed. The artisanal district's platform is on the right. Just tap your card against the ticket gate. Alright, let me give it a try. Where would you like to go? Only one choice right now. Of course, we did see Agnes got a higher level clearance card than Van's group has. Agnes and her fellow students have a C rank clearance, whereas Van and the others have D rank. But since Agnes is gonna be... Oh.
下を見ちゃうとグラグラしますけど。新市街がもうあんなに遠くに。
気に入ってもらえた？はい、
とっても。フェリちゃんとか喜びそうですけど、まだ乗ってないのかな。
可愛らしい人だな。でも彼らとどういう？
So he's already pieced it together. Bracer Guild. Workshop. Here we are. This is the artisanal district. Now I just need to find the hotel they're staying at. Oh, there's Van's pickup truck. So he drives an ingot? He even customized the frame. Wait, that material was only just developed. How'd he get his hands on it? I didn't realize you were an expert. You pick this kind of thing up if you work with Verne long enough, I suppose. So how'd you get to know people like them? What do you mean? The Spriggan, whatever you call him, and that red-haired guy both seem really shady to me. Though the girl and the maid, I think, they look like good people at least. I'm just having a hard time picturing what kind of group it is if you're involved with them too. Well, I can't blame him for thinking that way about them. Van runs a problem-solving agency, in short. I work there as a part-time assistant for reasons I can't get into. And both work and my duties as a student happen to bring me here at the same time. Sounds like you've got a lot on your plate. Are you sure it's okay to be working with them, though? Verne's CEO didn't seem very happy with them sniffing around. Our work is complicated, I'll admit, but we don't do anything illegal, technically. His willingness to hire an upstanding young lady like you does reflect well on him, I'll give him that. Even if I don't think highly of his choice to involve someone like you in a business like his. People say that about him a lot. You have nothing to worry about though, really. He might skirt the rules here and there, but he's still a man I can genuinely respect. Well, if you say so. He feels like one of those guys who takes some getting used to. The way he treated me was just... Ugh, I was so close to forgetting, too. Did something happen? Nothing worth bringing up. Anyway, we shouldn't keep your friends waiting. Agnes, we're over here. You came quick. Oh, wait a sec, isn't that... Sorry for keeping you. Quattro was good enough to guide me here. Huh, thanks for helping her out. We ordered an Engadin for the group. You want to join us? No, I'm fine. I'm not hungry right now. Your loss. That taste is downright divine. I'll make it up to you some other time then. You don't owe me anything. It's not like I did anything special. You're starting to sound like Van. I suggest you don't pull any funny business while you're in the city, though. No causing trouble for the women in your group either. Oh. I'll get going now, Agnes. Let me know if you need any help with anything. Oh, I will. Thank you. Man, would have been nice if he gave me the chance to thank him somehow. Heh, puberty's rough. He sure had a soft spot for you, though. You think? He just struck me as the very friendly sort in general. We got along right away. I hope I can be friends with him, too. Oh, I'm sure that won't be a problem one bit. I'll be happy to introduce you if we get the chance. How old are you, 5? There's nothing wrong with wanting to make friends. Yeah, no need to rain on her parade. Here's your order. One of our famed Engadins. Now this is what I'm talking about. That's like him everywhere. Come and have a seat, Agnes. I'll get to cutting it right away. She always used to make Engadins for me back in the day.
焼けたわよ、カトル。今日のは自信作なの。悩んでいる時ほど根を詰めすぎないこと。リフレッシュしてまた頑張りましょう。
I think I can trust Agnes, but I better keep a close eye on the rest of them. I don't want anything threatening a place so special to me. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to say hello to the supervisor and take care of my usual work while I'm here. That's the stuff. You won't find a better marriage of flavors than these bitter walnuts and with sweet caramel nougat. It's so mouth-wateringly rich. And you wouldn't believe how well it pairs with the strong coffee. I swear, I was born just to savor moments like these. No one wants to hear this every time, you know, just eat the damn thing. He's describing it to a T, though. I can't get enough of this buttery flavor. If Anne says it's good, then you know you're in for a treat. Heh, my nose is good for more than just sniffing out trouble, you know. But you can see Rizette's, like, concerned look on her face. I feel like you're joking, but I could buy it working for stuff like this easy. Indeed, now I think we've rested for long enough. Perhaps we should get to work? Do you think we should prioritize investigating Verne? Nah, I think we should hold off doing that. I can't imagine we'd find anything major this fast if we tried. I'm thinking we should start with wandering around Basil and taking care of 4 SPGs. That'll give us a decent idea of the situation here. The same pattern as usual then? But how can you be so sure that word of our work has spread to here? Good question. Verne's boss didn't seem like he wanted to help us any more than he had to. Oh, I don't think we gotta worry about that. Not after my headache of a friend slapped this job on us. Right. That man from the CID? He did seem like a highly capable person, though that's at least to be expected of their chief analyst. You and he go back some, I believe. Unfortunately, yeah. I doubt he's here in person, though. More likely he sent someone in his place. Between this and that other project he teased, I'm sure there's a ton of scheming going on in that head of his. Guess we should find out what kind of 4 SPGs we got waiting for us then. So when do you need to be back at the hotel? And what are you going to do about your uniform? Ren said to be back by 6:30. I brought some clothes besides my uniform, don't worry. Let me go and get changed. I'll take you to our room then. We will handle paying the bill in the meantime. Barry took Agnes to the girls' room so she could get changed. After she was done, they reunited with the rest of the group and began their first day of work in Basel. So it's got to be around 3 p.m. at least now. So it's not like there's going to be a ton of jobs we can really get done in the meantime.
早く決めちゃいな。また来なよ。
you sell?
いかがしましょう。
Oh. Well, I didn't need to do that, but... It said shop. You're not a shop. You click shop, it's just rest or leave. Yeah, so I guess obviously over here is where we're gonna find most of this stuff. This must be the Aerotram station. I can't believe it goes all the way up to the sky. That's right, this will take us to Newtown in no time. All you need to do is hold your certification card over the ticket gate. Oh, guess we're not taking this one after all. Our D rank card isn't accepted on this Aerotram apparently. We need C rank card or higher. Are you sure? I could have sworn we had a C. Way to roll out the welcome mat when we're here, Alzheim. Would it kill them to throw one of their biggest stakeholders a bone? I was really looking forward to it too. Well, no use crying over spilled milk. You can head on up if you want, Agnes. We'll just take the long way. No, it's alright. I'd rather stick together. I'm sure we'll get to ride the tram another day, Fairy. Don't let it get you down. You're right, yeah. Alright, I guess now would be a good time to, oh, I guess the guild. That's gotta be this over here, right? Well, if it isn't Van, surprised to see you taking a business trip this time of year. Yeah, client came with a big job, so we're out here taking care of that. Looks like you're moving up in the world, too. Last I saw, you were a part-timer still in school, and now you're the receptionist? Yep, they hired me fresh out of college. You another acquaintance of yours? You got friends in all sorts of places. Oh, we're just in the same field. We worked together on a job a while back. Sin was actually telling me about you the other day. He said we should be fine contracting you for help if we need to. I heard the same from a friend of mine outside the guild. If something goes down, if something serious goes down, there's no shame in us working together. Oh, who? Renee or Killick, I'm guessing. I swear, I can't walk 5 Arge without people dragging me into their business. I ain't a bracer, you know. Oh, speaking of which, you're... Alvis, Regina. Huh, speak of the devils. These two bracers work in Edith, correct? Hey there, I didn't think I'd run into you guys here. Oh man, don't tell me we all got shipped out here on behalf of the same guy. Obviously not, I have no idea why you're even here, but we're here on official orders from the guild, not an individual client. And wherever you guys go, trouble seems to follow. I think it's making me superstitious, not gonna lie. Hopefully that's not the case here. Man, I don't enjoy it any more than you do. Stop framing it like I'm the one at fault. I'm just doing my job and putting food on the table. Surely a C-rank bracer's got better things to do than worry about some spriggans. Stop letting me live rent-free in your head, yeah? Smart ass, I swear. This is why I can't stand you. You're always just... Ah, forget it. Just don't get up in our business, got it? I know he's a bit abrasive with you, but I do think he respects your abilities. If you come across anything, just let us know. You're doing work for the guild anyway, so might as well share intel. Regina's nice, at least. Funny way of him showing respect. But, well, you do you, Bracer Boy. I'm not too worried about him. If we need the guild to lend a hand, we'll ask for it. For now, we got our own business to focus on. Alright, we'll just make our way over. So we got 1, 2, 3 more stops. So let's check out the 4 SPG first. There's a professor I look up to as a mentor of sorts, but I just can't do it anymore. I'm trying to gather evidence to prove he's abusing his power over others. Okay. Huh, this one's real serious sounding. Yeah, and I understand why they don't want to go to the guild or the police about it. I really hope we can help them while we're here. We might learn more about what's going on in the Institute while we're working on it, too. That'd be 2 birds with 1 stone. Makes sense. Sounds harmless to me, but what's your take? Fairy brought up a good point. We can get some info on the Institute while we work this case. Pretty vague, though. They didn't give their name or the professor they're accusing. Really going out of their way to make our job difficult. Naming names in this case may result in the professor or other parties threatening the whistleblower. I believe our client just prefers to err on the side of caution. Yeah, that tracks. Fair enough, Reset. Can you handle recording our combos? Certainly. We gotta be careful who we talk to about this, though. Client doesn't want word of this getting out. Let's start with people unrelated to the Institute. That way we don't accidentally hit a nerve. That makes sense to me. I imagine there'll be plenty of those here in the artisanal district. Let's get started.
任務開始ですね。
Look at that big box. He's obviously a food delivery guy. Oh, that's part of the... Okay, we won't worry about that just yet. Wait, I'm trying to... How do I get up there? Oh. Is this also related to that? Yeah, okay. I wonder who lives here. Yeah, it's really high up.
あったあった。よかった資料が見つかって。あら？あなたたちは？もしかしてこの家にご用でも？
We saw her at the beginning of the chapter.
こちらのご主人ならずっと留守にしてますよ。
We were just walking around and happened to end up here. So you know who owns this place then?
知り合いというか関係者というか。家族って言ってもいいのかな。でもあの子ほど近いかと言われると。
Oh my god, Aaron. Girls' IQ points have gone all into her face and tits. Total ditz with a capital D. Aaron!
わあ、可愛い子たちですね。そっちのちっちゃい子なんかも。どこから来たのかな。お姉さんが案内してあげましょうか。
Not that tiny.
こんなことしてる場合じゃなかったんだった。
We still never found out who lives here.
用があるなら留守番をしてる子が夜には戻ってくると思うので、それじゃあ。
Okay, bye. She was dressed like she's a researcher at the Institute or something. Wish we could have talked to her more about that. I wanted to make her understand my size isn't all there is to me. I'm strong, too. Late 20s, huge tits, kind of an airhead, freckles, glasses. Yeah, I'd hit it. Oh my god, Aaron. This guy is ridiculous. Are you going to start behaving like an adult, Aaron? Or am I going to have to force you to? Wonder if that could be... Reset seems to know something. Alright, let's go to that other exclamation point before we get started on this request. It's like I said, I'm not expecting a ton of requests because obviously we're here so late in the day. I really think the second day is going to have most of our 4 SPGs.
Huh? 何の音だ?
ジスカール工房。この建物からですね。
工房か。ちょっと覗いてみるか。
Are they building a robot? I see legs over there. Oh. Get a load of that. Discard workshop.
おら! ぐずぐずすんじゃねえ!
We saw him earlier. Yes, sir. Are those one of the Empire's Panzer Soldats? No, they seem a little different. Yeah, word about these things have gotten out in certain circles, but most people still know about them yet. Guessing you do, though. Your company's involved in their development, right? Yes, though not that much. We have only been assisting in trials. Who are you guys? I haven't seen you around before. This is a restricted area, you know. I totally get why you want to gawk at these beauties, but they're technically not public knowledge yet. Go ahead and move along now.
Huh? もしかしてあいつらが
I didn't know machines like that were being made here in Calvert, too. Sure are. I've heard the concept behind their design is different from the Soldats over in Erebonia, though. They're gonna be revealed to the public along with their names sometime soon. Sure feels like we saw something we weren't supposed to, even if it was just the legs. I imagine while they're being kept a secret from the public, most major groups and organizations have already been told about them. That includes those abroad, our international allies, maybe even the Empire. I believe you're correct in your assumptions. I think that's true for all the weaponry that's going to be rolled out soon, not just our Soldat lookalikes. Either way, this looks like the biggest workshop in the artisanal district. We'll have to come back another time if we get the chance. Alright, I guess we really just have the... Do we really just have the one for... Oh no, there's something in Newtown. Okay. I want to see that request in Newtown first. Oh, I guess they're not going to let us. Alright, guess we should just do the request here first then. Since they're not going to let us go over there just yet. Word on the street is Giscard landed our big project. Old Giscard heads up the Artisans Guild. As a fellow member, I'm proud to have him as our ambassador. I'm happy to be where I am, but Giscard didn't get where he is by settling. I gotta keep moving up in the world just like him. I specialize in pressure equipment, and that's a big niche nowadays. Only gonna get bigger, my gut says. He mentioned that he's a member of the Artisans Guild. He might have some dealings with the Institute himself. Yeah, I guess it'll be easier to get info out of him than someone higher up on the food chain. Doesn't ring a bell, sorry. My son is studying at the Institute. He never told me about anything like that. That doesn't prove it one way or the other, of course. I just haven't heard about it. Did he tell you about any other stuff? Anything else? Well, sometimes I do hear people in the same lab butting heads over funding. I heard these grumblings about 2 professors going at it even. Seems like it's a pretty stressful place. With all the greed and infighting over projects, it sounds like everybody's at each other's throats. That makes sense, yeah. Might be what started the harassment. Do you know which professor specifically? I really can't remember, sorry. I feel like there was at least one of Professor Hamilton's students involved, but that's all I got. I see. I wonder if the professor was jealous of someone else, or someone envied them instead. Well, thanks for the info, all the same. Right. I gotta get up there going this way. Ew, it's not easy working in product, let me tell you. Mediating between factories and artisans is stressful work. Now the artisans, I know I keep switching between the 2 ways of saying it, are saying they want to delay everything just so they can do these tiny tweaks on the product before it goes out on the line. I don't get it. Why do they care so much about that extra 1%? It's good enough as is. This guy works in product procurement, huh? Don't think he's working for the Institute. But he might know a thing or 2 about him. Wouldn't hurt to ask. A professor abusing their assistants? Well, I'm not sure why you're asking me specifically about it, to be honest. I just work in Verne's procurement division. I don't attend the Institute or work with them directly at all. We know, and that's exactly the angle we want. Word travels, you know. I get that. I haven't really heard anything about it, though, sorry. Verne and the Institute are very closely linked, though, and that does create conflicts in interest sometimes. I may not have heard of it, but it is believable. It's very possible the 2 sides are stressing each other out. Could you tell us a bit more about how Verne and the Institute work together? The Verne Company awards grants to the Institute of Science to research and develop new products on their behalf. That allows the Verne Company to curate their products with research and from the Institute's experts. Oh wow, that's really neat. If I recall, Verne can trace his roots back to the old Artisans Guild and to the Institute itself. I always figured they worked well together because of that. They did, past tense. They had good relations when their senior advisor was still there. Alas, she left Basel some time ago. Now Verne and its institute hardly collaborate at all. It's every project for itself. Maybe the asshat in charge scare her off? Thanks for the info, it helps a lot. I think that's all there is to see in the Artisan District. We should check out Newtown next. Since we cannot use the Aerotram, we'll have to either walk or drive there. Let's take a walk. It'll help us get more acquainted with the city and its people. You gotta be kidding me, walking's a pain in the ass. Well, I, for one, think a stroll would be lovely. Me too. Let's make our way to the bridge then. Even the locals barely use it. That's because most either go by car or use the Aerotram. You rode the Aerotram, right? How was it? It had the best view, but it was a little scary too. I didn't think there'd be a difference in ranks. Have you never used the Aerotram in the past, Van? Nah, I got to ride it when I came here a couple years ago. Just had a regular old ticket. From what I hear, security within the city's undergone a massive overhaul. After the war, the government ordered a total reform. I don't find it surprising they would want to be very careful with an experimental city that is very nearly a national secret. Okay, but tell me how that puts us at a lower rank than a bunch of kids here on a school trip. I don't think it's that they're high, I think it's more that we're low. Still not a big deal as long as we can drive. By the way, pretty sure we'll eventually bump into your classmates. You okay on that end? I'm fine, I've explained things to them for the most part. They might happen upon some info before us, so if we see them, let's make a point to ask. Yeah, it's just like, they obviously have to have it this way because you're pretty much in a valley. It's just river on both sides. That's gotta be tedious though, because you look, there's only one. Oh, I guess there's another bridge right there. But I don't know if that's for cars. I feel like it's gotta be. There's no car that's fitting on this bridge. Alright. Let's see what this R4 SPG is about. Spriggan, I've heard you're a tester for Marduk. With that in mind, could you help test a brand new holocore? Sure. So I assume that's it then. Yeah. So it's probably just gonna be those two and then whatever main story stuff happens for the rest of the day. What did I want to do here? May as well handle this one first. So the red one is required. This other one we don't have to do at all. Wow, this is really cutting edge stuff. I'm surprised they have this in stores. Yo, Athena, right? You had that request for us? We're with Arkwright Solutions. Eep, sorry, I just wasn't expecting it. I didn't think you'd take my request. So yes, my name is Athena. I'm a researcher at the Institute of Science. I mainly do orbital energy research. Right now I'm working on new holocore designs. I finally started beta testing, so having people to help out is a huge relief. So, thank you in advance for your help. Can do. You can stand and relax though, I'm not gonna eat you or anything. Sorry, I'm just not good with people. It's why I'm really interested in communication technology. Being able to talk to people from my own room sounds really helpful. It's kind of why I wanted to come here. I want to make the world a little less daunting for people like me. Huh. I can't tell if you're actually enthusiastic or just motivated by fear. Haha, you sound like my coworkers. So, do you need me to go over the details? Yeah. Much obliged. Okay, right. This way, and the manager and I will take you through it. So these kind folks are helping you test it out? Nice to meet you. My name's Radad. I'm the manager of the Verne store. Depending on how these tests go, you might see this holocore on our shelves soon. So I'll be keeping an eye over these field results myself. You wouldn't mind reporting your findings to me too, would you? Not at all. Right, let's go ahead and dive in. So here's how I want the testing to go. The new holo is named Posel. Posel? I'd like you to equip her to your Ziffas and take her into a few monster fights. Anything specific you need us to do when we get into a fight? I need you to do 5 moves or more while you're S boosted. Once you're done, I'd like to hear how it felt to use. Sounds easy enough. 1 second here. Okay, here you go. Postal's a cute name. I'm curious to see what kind of holo it is. Brand new holocore, straight from the Institute. Oh man, I can hardly wait. Well, haha, she's a bit unique. You'll find out more after you equip her. Now we just gotta find some schmucks and ruin their day. But now that I think about it, where are the monsters around here? The road we drove in on was cleaned out. If you're looking for monsters, I'd say the Augie Canyon to the south is your best bet. Once you're off the road and past the orbital lights, things get a bit dicey. It's kind of funny that they're still using orbital lights. Obviously, we've known about them since the first Sky game. It was one of the first bracer requests we took on, where Estelle and Joshua had to replace those lights outside of Roland. But you guys look pretty seasoned. You should be fine. It'll make for a nice little test bed. Well, fine by me. Let's head down and give this new holocore a whirl. Oh, right. Gotta equip it first. Indeed. Once we finish our preparation, let's make for the canyon. We should be able to access it from the road next to the Verne HQ building. I guess let's just... Well, first things first. That's a very energetic core. So I assume the person who has it equipped needs to do the 5 moves. So this path through the Augie Canyon, it certainly fits the name. The terrain off the paved path appears to be quite complex. Watch your footing, guys, or you're going to be flying headfirst into the river. You could take this road to the Liberal Kingdom, right? If you wanted, yes, though it would take you several hours to get there, even by vehicle. On the other side of the border is a fortress in the Zeiss Kingdom. Signs like these really make it clear just how far from the capital we are. We've been bumping all over the country so much lately, sheesh. You're just happy to have an excuse to drive around and you know it. Hey, I'm a simple guy. Pretty cool liberals right there. Well, let's get that holocore tested, shall we? Our task is to equip, postal, and act 5 times while S-boosted. Right, let's go. Yeah, I already did that. I don't know if it has to specifically be reset though, so...
一応そこから行けるはずだが、依頼は街道でサクッと済ますぞ。
よかった。攻撃への対処に困っていたところでした。まとめてお相手します。
そこかよ。
チャンスです。やっ、それ。ここです。バンさん。
呪いぜ。嫌いだ。
I guess it wouldn't hurt to try.
やっぱか。
お粗末様です。
So let's see. It's not gonna tell me how many times I've done it, so.
敵の集団、厄介ですね。バカか。チャンスです。ドライブ開始。
なめんじゃねえ。続けやばん。
ブーストチャンス。
頼むぞ。砕くな。
いや。加減はいたしません。これで決めます。はあ。ブーストゲージ。パワーアップだよ。期待以上の成果かと。
とんでもねえメイドだな。
Huh. Pretty sure I did 5, but we'll keep going.
お、宝箱だな。
敵の集団、厄介ですね。
Unless it needs to be like normal attacks.
チャンスです。それ、ここです。バンさん。
こいつは効くぜ。終わりだ。
これでホローコアのテストは完了でしょうか。
まだここからだ。
ええ、報告に戻りましょう。
Let's wait for the dialogue to finish in case there's more. Okay.
よし、向かうぞ。なるほど。いいぜ。よし。
Drugstore. Yeah, now I'll finally be able to get started on the report. Just gotta wait for the test results. Yo, good timing. We gave the new holocore a spin. Heap! Oh, good work everyone. Would you mind sharing your feedback? Can do. Oh, can I have that holocore back first? Sure, here you go. Thank you. Let me go ahead and start uploading the combat data. Just a sec. Okay. So, while it's uploading, how did it feel to use? Performance, bugs, anything at all? Well, I don't have much to say about his performance. Being honest, it's more, I swear, that AI didn't know the difference between a fight and a playground. The hell's up with her? Aw, don't be so hard. She had this childlike whimsy to her. I found it pretty cute. It felt really weird. Does she heal people in combat? That's what it felt like to me, at least. A very unique core indeed. Should it hit shelves, I imagine it'll be talk of the town. I, for one, do not vibe with the idea of carrying a little girl in my pocket. And I'm sure any of your self-respecting guy wouldn't either. But I don't know. Our resident weirdo already has one of those. Maybe that's what he's into. Zip it, Aaron, and leave her out of this. Not like I picked either of them. That's awfully rude, man. You'll upset her if she hears that. Oh, right. Word through the grapevine is she's an interesting hollow herself. Oh, you mean Mare? You're familiar with her? Oh yeah, the professor told me about her. According to him, she was actually an accident. That PMC wasn't even... Wait, what? Mare was an accident. That PMC wasn't even trying to make the pinnacle of all holocores, but somehow they just did. That's why I asked you guys, actually. I knew you had experience working with cores like her. Well, that explains the funny feeling I had, so it wasn't just a coincidence. Your professor must be pretty informed if he knows about Mare Bear. Indeed, her existence isn't technically confidential, but she hasn't been promoted or publicized either. I imagine word reached inner circles of the industry, the 3 disciples at least. Yup, that tracks. It was Professor Cronkite who told me. No wonder he knows. He's pretty much carrying the Republic's engineering sector on his back. I can confirm he's the real deal. Not an engineer worth their salt that doesn't know about his work. Yeah, haha. He really leaps and bounds above me. He can be scary sometimes, but he knows his stuff. I learned a ton working under him. Being honest, it was actually him who came up with Postal's adaptive AI design. I owe him for that. I did hear rumors about him, but I can neither confirm nor deny. So he's the creep on the block. No, that's not it. The reason Postal is a girl is because she's meant to simulate how real humans grow and learn. The more she learns, the more she matures. Right, that's the reason. Aaron, why don't you grow up too? Does it really learn just like a real person? That's so cool. She does, yeah, but according to Professor Cronkite, she doesn't even come close to Mare's inner potential. It's bugging him lately, actually. He was all, if some security company can make an advanced holocore, why can't we? He's been researching holocores in his spare time to figure it all out. Guy's driven, that's for sure. So getting back on topic, the core was fine. Being a child that hasn't learned much, yeah, her abilities seem pretty basic stuff, but she was pretty easy to use. Really? Thank you. Only real snag I ran into was it being a bit janky deploying shards while I was boosting. It didn't really hamper me at all, but still. Compared to other holocores, Postal's deep learning algorithms may increase processing overhead and delay combat functions. Optimization should be a priority to help mitigate that, though some latency is probably unavoidable. Yeah, that does make sense. Can you each give me your feedback too? Conveniently, the holocore finished uploading its data just as they were wrapping up. Thanks for winning, guys. Now I have the data, let me give this back. Oh, we can keep her? I just wanted to thank you for helping test her. We'll be pushing updates once we iron out the kinks, so she should get better with time. Thank you so much for your help. Now I need to get back to the Institute and analyze this data. Sounds good. Take care. Gray? That wasn't really a job we had to, like, keep hidden, though. Alright, so next time we're going to go ahead and finish up this other 4 SPG and see where the story leads us when it comes to investigating this not so nice professor, which, based on what we've seen so far, is probably the professor we saw at the beginning of the chapter, the one that was yelling at the students. So, we'll probably be looking into that. So, that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.